Hello guys, this is the question 2. We need to differentiate the function which involve the uh, exponential function, Trigo function and log function. So here I have a 6 example in question 2. First of all, we look at the question A. Fx equals to 2e power of cos 3x. We need to differentiate this function. So I will stick to the formula to differentiate the y equals to e power of fx. My dy dx will be equals to differentiate the power fx, which is you get the f prime x, and copy the function itself. You have your multiply by e fx. This is the formula to differentiate the function e fx. So now I will have 2e power of cos 3x. So this 2 is a coefficient. We just copied it down. And to differentiate the e power of cos 3x, we need to differentiate the power first. Differentiate the power, that means differentiate the cos 3x. We got a 3. Differentiate 3x, you get 3. Differentiate cos, you have a negative sine 3x. And copy back the function itself, because this is your according to the formula, this is your f prime x, which is differentiate the power, and then you need to multiply by the e fx, that is your e cos 3x. Simplify, you get a negative 6 e power of cos 3x multiplied by a sine 3x. Question B, we have of fx equals to e power of sine x. Again, to differentiate, we get a f prime x. Differentiate the power first. Differentiate sine x, we get a cos x. And we need to copy back the function itself. We have a sine x. I always like to write in this form. That is e sine e first, exponential first, and then multiply by cos x. Question C. F prime x. Again, the 3 is a coefficient, so I will just copy down. Differentiate sine ex, I will see this function as a 2-layer function, which my first layer is a sine and the second layer is a ex. So I need to differentiate the first layer, the outer layer, which is sine. I got my cos. Differentiate sine, you get cos. And the inner function, you just copied it down. Multiply by, differentiate the ex, you get ex. Finally, you have a 3ex cos ex. For the tangent 3 over e power of 2x, I am going to rewrite this in this form, tangent 3e power of negative 2x. Alright, then I'll see this as a 2 layers function. First layer will be tangent, and the second layer will be the 3e power of negative 2x. Then I will differentiate layer by layer. Now I'm going to get my f prime x, differentiate tangent, the first layer function, which I have a secant square. And the inner function, just copy down. You can write in the form of 3 over e power of 2x, no problem. And multiply by, differentiate the inner function. You have your 3 coefficient right down. And how do you differentiate the e power of negative 2x? You need to differentiate the power first. You get a negative 2. And then multiply by the function e itself, you get the e power of negative 2x. Alright, then we need to simplify it. Simplify it, you will have a negative 6 secant square 3 over e power of 2x, and the whole thing divided by e power of 2x. For the question E, we can see that we actually have a e power of e power of 2x multiplied by sine. So I will apply the product rule for this question. Let this become the u and sine become the v. So just write down the u is e2x. Get your u prime. U prime is your 2e power of 2x. And the v as your sine 3x. So you have your v prime. Differentiate the sine, you get cos, and differentiate 3x, you get 3. So you overall you will get 3 cos 3x. Then after that, we are going to apply the product rule to get my f prime x, which product rule is a u v prime plus a v u prime. U will be the e power of 2x, and the v prime multiplied by 3 cos 3x plus v will be the sine 2x, and the u prime is 2e2x. Then we're going to simplify them. Look at these three terms, both containing the e power of 2x, so we can just factor it out. And after we factor out the first term, we have your 3 cos 3x. Second term, after we factor out the e power of 2x, we have the 2 sine 3x. And this is the last example for this video. F(x) equals to 2x cos x. So 2 power of x is an exponential. If I have a y equals to a power of x, the a is just anything other than e, but the a must be greater than 0. If we have this style of exponential function, to get your dy dx, we're going to apply this formula, which a x ln a. Alright, a x log a. And now I'm going to take this as a u and this function as a v and apply the product rule. To apply the product rule, again, you need the u prime, which is differentiate the 2 power of x. You have a 2 power of x log a, which is a is a 2, and the v equals to cos x. V prime will be negative sine x. And substitute all this into your formula of the product rule. That is your u v prime plus a v u prime. U will be the 2 power of x, and the v prime is a negative sine x. Plus cos x will be the v, and the u prime is the 2 power of x log 2. After that, look at this two term. I have a 2 power of x in the both term. So take out the 2 power of x, and you have your negative sine x for the first term in the bracket. And the second term, you have cos x log 2. Okay, so I'll see you in my next video for the question 3. Thank you.